What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What is up? How are y'all doing today? Hey, y'all, it is Wednesday, and we are here to talk about Moon Knight episode 4. Wild. Now, didn't I tell y'all this was gonna be a wild episode? I told y'all they was about to do some things this time around that we haven't seen before. I mean, I caught some real Legion vibes from this, especially given the ending. It wasn't as action-packed or anything, but like this is definitely going into the other realm of what Moon Knight is about, which is the psychological, right? So yeah, this is going places. This is going places. I particularly enjoyed this episode because it was so different. I like the fact that we are getting something that, at least for the MCU, now, like I said, Marvel, not Marvel Studios, Marvel TV has done this with Legion, but I like where they're going with Marvel Studios with this, to give us a little change of pace. So anyway, just real quick, for whatever reason, if you are watching this and I don't know, you haven't watched the episode, like go watch the episode because we about to spoil the mess out of it and talk about everything that happened. So spoiler alert right then and there. And then after this, we're gonna switch gears and I'm gonna react to the Thor Love and Thunder teaser. I haven't I posted it, but I haven't watched it really just to, I've seen all the little screenshots and stuff. But I haven't really watched it in completion. So this is gonna be my first time to like watch it with you guys. I figured, it'd probably be a little bit better to do that now with you guys instead of just watching it or whatever. So anyway, so we're gonna do the Moon Knight episode, and then right after that, we're gonna react, sit back, chill, and watch the Thor 4 trailer or teaser, whatever it is, and we will react to that as well. But as we always got to do, let me do a quick rundown of who is here tonight with us. Let's see, we got a Rim 17. Come on now, Mod Squad, top veteran. Hey, I want to say, by the way, shout out to all the Mod Squad. I appreciate y'all. Like, I'll be going back and reading a lot of the comments and stuff when the videos are done. Mod Squad, you guys are doing a fantastic job. Thank you so much for all them bots and stuff that be here, or even I saw some other people that had some issues with maybe some of my clothing, but I'm glad that y'all on top of it. You guys helped me run this as a smooth show, and I couldn't do it without you. So I want to say thank you so much for all of that. And Rims, I appreciate you amongst them all as well. Latrice, thank you so much for making it out. Come on now, y'all know what it is. Wait, hold on, let me make sure I got. Is that right? Okay. It's Miss Harper. It ain't Mr. Harper. It's Miss Harper. Man, because listen, I'm glad because I don't know what you've been doing with the timeline. Okay, I'm gonna need you to like stop messing with the multiverse. Had everybody up here topsy turning. We was like, who? What the Mister and the Mrs. What? Ooh, but hey, look, this is Miss Harper. And that's all that's the only Miss Harper we know. That's the only Harper we acknowledge at this point. No disrespect to Mr. Harper, but we can't have all that. We need only one. But thank you so much for checking in. Appreciate you as always. Shaul, what is going on? Thank you so much for making it out. Marvelise, hello. Thank you so much. Buck, what is going on? Thank you so much for making it. My man Joey, what is going on? How are you? Let's see. Capri is in the building. Thank you so much for making it out as well. Let's see who else wait. Okay, I didn't miss. I didn't want to skip nobody. Grand Madam, hello. Thank you so much for making it out tonight. Kimmy J, hello. My man Mike, bro, what is going on? What I feel like I ain't seen you in a couple lives, but either way, I'm glad you're here. Listen, the way they ended this is it's why hey, it's a mind trip, right? It's a definite mind trip. I don't know who was on them mushrooms, but man, they went there with it. Kristen Pratt, come on now, another Mind Squad top supporter, top vet in the building. What is going on? Didier, what's going on? Yeah, man, my mind was blown with these things too. Listen, I told you I had seen the first 4 episodes. I was just waiting for everybody to hurry up and catch up to this because I was sitting there. just imagine the fact that I'm sitting here watching this and I can't talk to nobody about it. Like, I can't talk to nobody. I'm like, no, everybody needs to watch this because what the hell? Oh man, but I'm glad we all on the same page now. Shauna, hello, hello. Thank you so much for making it out as well. Let's see. Wait. I see people coming in. Joy, hello. Thank you so much for making it. Cynthia, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Let's see. Team Tech Boy, what is going on? Thank you for making it out. Come on now. Diane Roberts, top vet, top supporter in the building. Thank you so much. Oh, you gonna be replay game? That's all good. That's all good. Appreciate you regardless. Be safe out there. Rebecca, thank you so much for making it out tonight. Who else we got? I saw somebody else. Hold on, I'm coming. Where we at? Yeah, I was in here. Davion, what's going on, brother? Good to see you. I heard that you just got done watching From, and you like it. I like to hear that. I love to hear that. Thank you so much for making it out. Who else? Wait, did I miss somebody? Okay, I didn't skip. Wait, there we go. Pamela, hello. Thank you for making it out tonight. There we go. I haven't seen this brother in a minute. Jay, what's going on, bro? Good to see you, man. Who else? Lavender, hello. Thank you so much. I see people are coming in last. Now it's all right. You're not too late. It's all good. SJ Evans, what's going on? Another top vet in the building. Last of my kin is here. What is up? What is up? Let's see. We got some more. I see Travis is here. What is going on, Travis? Good to see you. Tyra's back. Good to see you always. Let's see, Mr. Hughes. How are you doing, Mr. Hughes? Good to see you. Quaff, hello. Thank you so much. Oh, this is all spoilers. This reaction video, this is all spoilers. So yes, and yes. If you watching this without, ain't no way you can react to this without spoilers now. But yeah, we are all doing spoilers. J Mart, what is up? Thank you so much. Mrs. Stephen Grant. Oh, aka Aleve. Okay. Yeah, and she says, hi, Kobe. Yeah, Kobe. I don't know, is he here? I don't know if he here. He might be downstairs. We've been putting him through the ring. We went through I'll save the Kobe updates for Friday. We got some good news for Friday. I'll say that for later. Let's see. Who else? Oh, come on now. Top supporter, top vet in the building. Marcy X is here, y'all. Good to see you. Always. Thank you so much for making it out. Trouble Clef is here, y'all. What is going on? Let's see. Got Aloha. Hello. Thank you so much. Hey, this is definitely a top episode for me as well. Eric Shaw, what's going on, brother? Good to see you. My man Lion O is here as well. Let's see who else. Frigga's belt. There we go. Whooping everybody. Thank you so much for making it out. Lisa Perry, I see you. Thank you so much. Nick Shannon, hello. Thank you so much for making it out. My man Derek Gaines, top supporter, top vet in the building. What is going on? Let's see. We almost there. Nelson V, my man. What's going on? IMAX is here. What is up? E.B. Wilson, thank you so much for making it out. Tiffany Lane, I see you. And we gonna hurry up. Talented One, I see you as well. What's going on? Corey, Amber, hello. Ty, what is up? Ty, wait. Edward, what's going on? Dietrich, what's going on? And let's see who else. It's Caravan, what's going on? Thank you so much, and shout out to everybody that has joined in tonight. And we got our first little comment here. Thank you so much, Rabia. Appreciate that. Super sticker so much. Marsha Reese, I am confusion. Yeah, you know what? Look, I think a lot of people were confused, and we gonna talk about it. We definitely gonna talk about it. But yes, there's some stuff to like filter out. We're gonna figure it out. We're gonna maybe, I don't know. Well, I don't have the answers. I don't know. Jason, what's going on? Thank you so much for that comment, man. I appreciate it. Let's see. Nelson V, what you got? Was Mark and Steven in the astral plane realm of the mind or in a warp reality created by Harrow? So we don't know yet, but here's the thing. Here's the crazy thing about all of this. I will say that this reality that we saw, because as we got there, we saw that Mark, after he got shot, he is in some sort of mental institution. and all the people that he kind of sort of know. They go Layla out there stealing his bingo card, being shisty. And you got the other lady that was like his boss or whatever. So you got a lot of weird stuff going on. You got Harrow out here as well, as a doctor. And by the way, this is some phenomenal acting on their part, because for me, I think right now Ethan Hawke is putting on a show right now. I love him as Arthur Harrow. And I love him just the fact that he can switch this up. Of course, Oscar Isaac is killing it as well. So this is fantastic in my opinion. But one thing I'll say is that it could be, to your question, is this a different reality? Is this in his mind? It could be both. It could be both. And the reason why I say that is because in the comics, and I don't have the comic panel right now, but this is based off of the Jeff Lemire run, which was, I want to say, like 2014, 2016 or whatnot. There was a portion of that time where Mark had to go to this space. It was kind of in his mind, but it was also like another dimension. But here's the kicker. The kicker at that point in the comics was Khonshu created that area. Now, Khonshu had some ulterior motives, though. Khonshu, because here's the thing. Khonshu is not Mr. Benevolent God or whatever. Like, I am true justice. Khonshu has his own motivations, and he's super shady, like real shady. I actually wrote an article on Screen Rant. I think I'm gonna make it a video for y'all too. But Khonshu has some ulterior motives for Mark. But because Khonshu is imprisoned, because Khonshu's not here, unlike the comics, I don't know if we can say this is a Khonshu construct. Now, there's still more that could happen here. But right now, I do believe that this is all happening in his mind. Main reason is because as we saw, like, yeah, all of this stuff might have been a little send-off or whatever, but the moment the moment he saw himself, the moment Mark met himself with Steven, that's when clearly this is all in his mind, in some way, shape, or form. So it is totally in his mind. Now, again, like I said, this could still be a different created space. We don't know, because we don't know the full extent of the Marvel Egyptian gods in this realm. We don't know how they work. We don't know. I mean, we just saw them rewind, do the wax on, wax off with the stars and the moon and stuff. I didn't know they could do that. I don't even know if that was an illusion. I don't know if he like put us back in time. I don't know if he actually made the stars and moon. I don't know. I have no idea. So it is completely wide open right now as to what is happening, why it's happening. I mean, there are a couple theories, and I'm gonna go through some theories a little later for y'all, but there are some different ideas. But I will say this: they are borrowing from the comics, but they're also playing loosey-goosey with the comics too. So anybody that's out there saying this is exactly what's happening, this is what they don't know. They don't know, because just like me and all the other press that got to see this early, don't nobody know what's going to happen in episode 5. Nobody knows what's going to happen in episode 6. And right now the creators have free reign to just create whatever they want. They can borrow from the comics, but right now they've already gone off path. So it's anyone's guess at this point what's going on. But right now, I will say at the very minimum, it is happening in his mind. I will go with that. It is happening in his mind for sure. Let's see who else we got. Mike, what's going on, brother? I'm telling you, I have designated this episode to be called episode 420. Had me tripping. Happy 420, y'all. Yes. Hey. So this dropped on 420, and Morbius dropped on April Fool's Day. I just thought that was funny. I don't know why. I couldn't be a coincidence, right? But yes, this Listen, I don't smoke, but if I was, man, I wouldn't be watching this episode because I'd be like paranoid as hell. I'd be thinking like, wait a minute, am I in a mental institution? Like, is this all the Matrix? Like, I don't know. I don't know. But thank you for that, Mike. I appreciate you, brother. Let's see what else we got. What else we got? Metron, what you got here? Were they trying to say that Alexander the Great was the avatar of that betrayed Amet? Yes, actually, they are saying that. So we did see, let me get that. Let me see. I think I got that one. So when they were going through the tomb and looking through everything, do I have it? I think I do. Hold on. I'm sorry. Let me get the nope. No, 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 no. There we go. Yeah. So when they were going through the tomb and they found the big old pharaoh or whatnot, that was actually Alexander the Great, or at least their sarcophagus or whatnot. And yes, that is the pharaoh that was Ahmet's avatar. And yes, you were correct. It was the same pharaoh that betrayed Ahmet, but at the same time worked with the other gods. So the question now, and another tidbit that you'll probably know, Alexander the Great in Marvel Comics claimed, I don't know if it was established, but claimed to be the son of Zeus, the Greek god. As we know in Thor Love and Thunder, Zeus and all the Greek gods and stuff, they exist. They're going to be seen. They're going to, that's a thing. So it kind of it's kind of a loose connection to Thor Love and Thunder that Alexander the Great, who claimed to be the son of Zeus in Marvel Comics, happened to also be an avatar for I met the god, the crocodile god. So what's interesting about this, I think, is trying to think of a reason why that is. I'm wondering, why would an avatar betray their own god? Like, did Amet go too far? Like what type of line did Amet have to cross to make Alexander the Great be like, yeah, no, we can't do this no more. We gotta trap you up. We gotta do that. So, and here's the other thing. I'm gonna throw this out there too. I think Marvel is not going to make Ahmet a complete villain. I think, like I said Conchu's shady. Conchu is shady. I think that they're going to make Ahmet shady, but a little bit excessive, right? Because what's wrong with getting rid of evil? Who wouldn't want to get rid of evil, right? But Ahmet goes too far by not even letting people do the evil stuff and then just getting rid of, like, just killing them. And I think one of the primary reasons why at least the Ennead got rid of Ahmet was because remember, they vowed not to meddle in human affairs. Well, if you're out there killing folks for the evil that they haven't even done yet, that's a lot of meddling. So I think, I don't know, maybe we'll get a flashback, maybe we'll get some information about that in the next 2 episodes. But yes, you are right. It is Alexander the Great that was the avatar. And thank you so much for that very, very generous contribution. And another one, thank you so much, Mambo Jazz. What is going on? Appreciate that contribution. Hey, man, this episode was disappointing. Wow. I already know Mark got saved by the female avatar. That's all. I feel like each episode is going down in quality, but I bet the last 2 will be fire. Also, the Jake was in the other tomb. Yes. Yeah, I'm surprised that this was disappointing. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, from what I've been hearing, most people have enjoyed this one, especially with the little twist. But as anything, like, y'all entitled to feel how y'all want to feel about it. That's totally understandable. I personally would disagree. I think that the episodes have gotten better and better. But they have changed the course, right? Like, you're not going to get more of one thing. In one episode, they're going to give you a little background. In another episode, they're going to give you a little bit of action. Another episode, they're going to give you a little background and an episode. Like, those type of things for me, I enjoy the little bits of variety. So I personally have not been that disappointed. But then again, I also didn't have a lot of expectations for Moon Knight. Like I was just like, yo, show me Moon Knight. I take that back. I take that back. I have wanted a little bit more violence. I did want a little more violence because Moon Knight does get a little more violent. That's the one thing I will admit I am also disappointed in. But I totally hear you. I totally hear you on that. Marcus J, my goodness, brother, thank you so much for that. My goodness. My man, bro, thank you so much for that. More dangerous than lions, hyenas, snakes, and mosquitoes who transmit deadly diseases. Hippos have gored humans, overturned boats, and they've certainly stomped out an angry pack of lions or two. As cute as they look, these mugs mean. Yes, hippos are not to be played with. That is very true. Now, I do think that you are referring to the goddess at the end. Toweret, I think they're called Toweret or whatever. So this isn't like an actual hippo, like it's the embodiment of this Egyptian goddess. No different than if T'Challa ran into a Black Panther that talked. That would be Bast, right? So this is no different than the goddess Taweret or whatever they're pronounced coming in the embodiment of the hippo. Now, I believe like I don't know if we saw like the full body, but like I want to say it was like something wild, like the arms of a lion and the tail of a crocodile and the face of a hippo. I don't know. It was some wild stuff. But the real question is, what is this goddess doing here? Now, my recollection from the comics is that she was like a protector goddess, protector of women, fertility, and in some cases, she also was kind of like the person that would usher people into the afterlife. The only thing I say about that is Sekhmet and Bast, they actually do that according to T'Challa. Because if you go back to Civil War, when T'Chaka passed away, uh, T'Challa said, yes, Bast and Sekhmet. And if you don't know who Sekhmet is Hathor. Remember that Native American girl that helped out Mark? Hathor turns into Sekhmet. That's a whole different story. But her goddess and Bast actually would usher people into, basically the astral plane and stuff. But there's lore that also says that, the hippo goddess also does this. So that would also make sense as to why they're even showing up right now, because as we saw, Mark, or Steven got shot twice in the chest, so he's on the brink of death. So it is totally possible that she might. I mean, she doesn't seem hostile. She's just saying hello. So it could be. First of all, I'd be scared as mess if I saw this mess. And you talked. No, I'm scared as hell about that. I don't play that game. But it is totally possible that she could be there to maybe guide them in the astral plane afterlife. Maybe. But Marcus, thank you so much for that very generous contribution, bro. I appreciate you. Yolanda, poor Conchu, stuck standing on the shelf. At least he ended up in a better place than I'm at. That's I wonder. Yeah, I mean, because the Met was stuck down Buddy's throat, so that's definitely it. But like, where is Conchu at right now? Yeah. So we see I think that's Osiris putting them up. Almost reminded me of Game of Thrones with like the wall of faces and stuff like that. But it looks like we have a lot of gods that have been canceled and put on timeout. And like it's anyone's guess, because I couldn't really get a good zoom in on these gods or whatnot. I think I could maybe identify one or two at most. But the Ennead, they have swapped up their roster a lot, like in the comics. Like it's always a different amount, kind of like how the Avengers, how they switch up their rosters all the time. So this is definitely something. All right now, thank you, baby. This is definitely something that could be the case, given the fact that these guys are just like apparently they're doing their own thing. They're not always on the same page, and because of that, sometimes they get banished, sometimes they get put in stone, they get locked up, so hopefully they kind of expand on this though. And yeah, free Conchu, free Conchu. He didn't do it. uh but let's see, Kristen Pratt, thank you so much. Hit the like so we can free Conchu. There we go. Appreciate that. Y'all go ahead and hit them likes up. I definitely appreciate it. If you could do that, appreciate that, Christian. Thank you so much. Kimmy J. So was that Jake in the other sarcophagus? And as Layla ever met Jake? Ha ha. So that's a very good question. So let me where is it at here? Boom. So yes, this is definitely Jake. Like, I don't it's highly unlikely at this point that it ain't Jake. Because at this point, they done gave us so many clues that Jake exists and that he's a thing, that I think it is incredibly unlikely that it's not Jake. Okay, so this, in my opinion, is definitely Jake for sure. So that I will absolutely side with that is him. Honestly, I feel like at this point it's probably one of the worst kept secrets for this show. Like, we know it's Jake, just let him out already. And as I said before, I thought that we saw a lot of signs earlier on. So for example, one of the signs was the date. Like, we know Steven ain't got no game. We know Mark was married to Layla, so he wasn't like out there hollering at other chicks or whatever. Jake doesn't care. Jake was out there like, hey girl, you want some steak? You know what I'm saying? So like, clearly that was Jake. And all the murderous moments, like those times where like the people just straight up died during the blackouts or whatever, when the Egyptian guys like died, when the crowd around him in episode 1, when he just like killed all of them trying to get the scarab or whatever, that more than likely was Jake. So don't be surprised if Jake is the one who's been out on missions doing the dirty work. Like, he's the one that really gets down and he's like, yo, if Mark and Steve ain't gonna do it, I got this. Now, to be fair, we also need to realize that Marvel might change some of that up too. I think they will go with Jake, but keep in mind, like, Stephen Grant, that wasn't his name. It was like Stephen Longley or Langley or whatever it was in the comics. So they changed some stuff up a little bit, with them. So I don't know if they're going to do another name change with Jake. I don't know what they're going to do with it. But again, keep in mind, they have some creative liberties with this property. But nevertheless, that is totally Jake. I mean, obviously, we saw Steven in a sarcophagus, and then of course we see yet another one. Come on now, that's clearly Jake, or the third personality in waiting. My guess is that in episode 5 we will probably see things through Jake's perspective. That's my guess, because going back to episode 1, all them times they blacked out, I think we're actually going to see what happens when Jake is in control. And maybe here's the other thing: we don't know what Jake has been up to. Like, we don't know. Like, we know what Mark has been doing, going through Steven's eyes. Steven and Mark have no idea what the hell Jake has been doing. So that can open up a whole nother can of worms, and we'll just have to wait and see where that goes. But yes, that was absolutely him. And your other question about has Layla met Jake? I do believe that they have. If you go back, I want to say it was episode 3, and it was when when we saw, and I do think this was Jake, when he was talking to the merchant in the street that was selling stuff, and he was like, look, I'm looking for the tomb of a Met, and like when he was talking to them, he had a slightly different accent. He had like almost like a New York accent, like a little Robert De Niro accent. And it's small. You got to really listen to it. And I think that he was actually talking to Layla as Jake, but she didn't realize it. And I don't think he, like, he probably knows who Layla is, but he probably, also doesn't want to blow his cover. I don't know, but I do think that he slipped in there just for a little bit, but I don't think Layla recognized him as Jake. So Thank you so much for that, Kimmy. I appreciate you. Let's see who else we got. Jordan, thank you so much. Appreciate you, sir. Hey, fam, no suit, no problem. This episode was dope, part adventure, part horror, plenty of action. Y'all saw the way Layla got snatched, then snatched again, had me shook. Man, listen, bro, when they went full Indiana Jones, Temple of Doom with that, I was like, yo, hold on, I gotta get that image. Hold on, where them things at? No, not that one. Where is it? Yeah, when they during this part with them little creepy Heckmeth priests or whatever. Woo! Oh, no. Yeah, here you go with that thingy. Oh no. I listen. That thing was and it was clicking like it was from one of them things in what was it, Last of Us or whatever. No. You can't even growl, talk, nothing. No, I'm not. I'm just leaving. I don't care what y'all finna raise up and resurrect. I'm a clicking thing, and then y'all saw all the blood and human bones and everything. Listen, this is definitely the darkest thing Marvel Studios has shown us. Literally, like the darkest, creepiest thing. And I will say this: if Doctor Strange can tap into this, I'll be a happy camper. I will have because this right here. Listen, I did not like. I couldn't have been Layla. I would have had to pack me another pair of pants because, them things were scurry. They were scurry. I couldn't do it. No. But thank you for that. That I appreciate it. And I agree with you. Like that was definitely one of my favorite scenes, for sure. Marcus J back at it. Nah, bro. Alexander made up a Zeus variant. He created a creature with features of Zeus and other gods from across from other dynasties. It's Chaos Seth. I don't know if he made a Zeus variant or not. I don't know. I'd have to verify that if that's the case. From what I recall and from what I've seen, Alexander the Great was just claiming to be the son. Now, maybe he was, maybe he wasn't. I don't know. But I'd have to look into that. I don't know if they're going into Seth yet. Seth was definitely, how can I put it? He's kind of like their devil, I guess. Like he's like their representation of evil, I guess. My guess is that they will save Seth for later, I think. Because I think that, if they're gonna pit the gods against one another, they would have to have like a really big bad. And I think Seth would be that big bad, like if they do a season 2 or something. They already said that this was a limited season, that they won't do more. But my guess is that they'll wait for Seth, because I don't know why you would throw him in right now. That would seem a little premature. But I would have to look into that. I haven't heard that. So if you're right, hey, go for it. Let's see who else we got. Marcus again, back to back. Terouette, basically an afterlife nurse, bro. Yes, that's what I was talking about. So she's just there to, again, she's like the fertility protector. She protects women, she ushers them in. So yeah, if you want to call her the nurse, that's fine, that's cool. I think that's pretty accurate. Let's see, thank you for that. What else do we have? Let's see, another one. Marcus again, thank you so much. Alexander D throw. Whoa. I'm at that. Well, I mean, they did have to get the the thing from the, yeah, that's accurate. Okay, that's actually kind of accurate. Okay, all right. He who runs phase, free Kobe, free Contra, free Lockley, recast T'Challa, free Hippo, free Wanda. First of all, I don't know if we can free Wanda. We need to watch the movie first, because Wanda's nuts. Okay, and as I've told y'all before, Wanda don't need no friend. Free for who's gonna imprison Wanda? Did anyone imprison her before? I told y'all she was a cosmic terrorist. I told you she was a magical Karen. Who locked up Wanda? Who gonna hold her back? Because clearly it ain't Strange. It's definitely not Wong, Sorcerer Supreme. Ain't no, she put herself on house arrest. Okay, Wanda's fine. Ain't nothing wrong with Wanda. She need to get locked up. That's what you need. Lock her up. Come on now. But thank you, brother. Appreciate you for that. Let's see. Let me grab these again. Marcus began. Alex said Nancy move over girl. Oh boy. Thank you, Marcus. Thank you. See, now y'all going there. Nelson V. That scene made me jump like Miss Minutes. That yes, hey, that's a good point. That Miss Minutes was creepy. I ain't gonna like, hey y'all. Whoa, hold on. Like, wait a minute. But no, that was definitely creepy. But this with that priest, I'm like, that was a lot. That was a lot for me. So I was definitely kind of like, didn't see this coming. I wasn't prepared for that. I wasn't prepared for all of that. But hey, I'm here for more because I told y'all horror is like spicy food. You eat it, you like the little sensation. You probably don't like the heartburn after, but you still come back for more, right? But thank you so much for that. Cornelius, what's going on? Thank you. Moon Knight is fire right now. Bucks and 4. The Bulls. Why do you come? Okay. Y'all just be coming in here choosing violence. Like, bro, I thought we was on the same team. I thought we was, but this is what you want. This is what you want. Just off the rep. Okay. All right. I'ma see red regardless. I don't care what our Bulls do. I'ma see red. I'ma see red. But thank you for that. Angel Gonzalez, what's going on? Top vet in the building. My squad. From what I read, creating amulets and statuettes of Egyptian hippos could magically transfer qualities of life regeneration and rebirth to these objects. One goddess associated with this was Hajet. I will have to take your word for it. At this point, anything is possible because even from like the actual Egyptian lore, Marvel revamps it from the comics, and I wouldn't be surprised if they revamp it here too. So totally possible. I'm with you on that. Could happen. Let's see. We got Marcus again. Asylum equals Underworld equals Seth. Bet me. Maybe. I mean, but we're not. I don't know if this is like the Underworld per se, because I think this is all in his mind. So I guess I'll bet you a pack of Albanese gummies. We'll go off of that. I don't know. But I don't think they're actually in the underworld. I think that they are in Mark's mind right now, after coming from the tomb. So I would hope if they do the underworld, it looks way scarier than that. I would hope so. Especially if we're talking about Seth. Like, you're gonna have to make that place way scarier. But thank you, Marcus, appreciate you. Mike, what's going on? I will need Mark to chill on that pause moment though, with the that's right, there you go. Get it in there comment. Yeah, I mean, he was look, he likes his job. Okay, he likes his job. He's a nerd. Steve is a nerd. That was Steve, by the way. That was Steve. I don't think Mark would even get down like that. I think Mark would be like, you can have the body. Yep. No. You got this, Steve. You got this. Go on in there and get what you got to get. Go on do the business. Thank you for that, man. Appreciate you. Jay Montgomery, keep Wanda's name out your mouth. Keep Wanda's name out your mouth. Just gonna go with that. I still say lock her up though, but okay, we're gonna go with that. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you, Mrs. Stephen Grant, maiden name Alib. Thank you for the very, very thorough clarification, Alib. I'm curious how deep they're going to go with Mark's psyche. I saw that there are characters with his last name coming in one of these episodes. Listen, that is anyone's guess. That is anyone's guess at this point. Because honestly, I mean, Moon Knight in itself is a psychological exploration of Mark's multiple personality disorder. Like it's not only is it him trying to reconcile having multiple personalities, but in the comics anyway, it was also Khonshu that was manipulating stuff. Khonshu, in the comics, he was following Mark ever since Mark was a little boy, and basically he was breaking Mark. Like, at that point, he was like, yo, like, he was pushing the buttons to really mess with Mark's mind and to really mess with his disorder. So, again, I don't know if they're gonna lean into that. But it can go in different directions. I mean, my guess is that somewhere down the line, by the time we get to the sixth episode, the way we kind of see Mark and Steven kind of sort of getting along, I wouldn't be surprised if they finally get introduced to Jake or whoever the third personality is, and they all get along at the end. Like, because in the comics, oh godly, I'm hitting myself. I almost slapped myself, Will Smith style. Um, but in the comics, um, a key of Moon Knight's function is him reconciling all three of his personalities. So when he comes together and he's like, all right, y'all, you the muscle, you the brains, I'm the Moon Knight, whatever. Like, then Moon Knight is dangerous at that point. So we'll see what happens if that is the case. But I don't know. Anyone's guess is pretty much valid at this point. But I would highly suspect that they would dig deeper, not only in the Mark psyche, but all three psyches, mainly because that's not something we've really gotten from the MCU. So this is a prime opportunity for them to give us something very different in a different way. But thank you so much for that. Metreon, what we got again? Thank you so much. Was He Who Remains telling us the order in which he will appear in the MCU and Loki? I recall ruler, conqueror, recast the child, and please recast Iron Fist. You know what? I don't know. I mean, maybe. Like that's actually a very interesting observation. I remember, like, when he was saying, like, oh, I go by many names, a ruler, a conqueror, and a jerk, So it could be. And if we follow that logic, then a ruler would be God, I forget his actual name, something Tut. But that was, and by the way, that was referenced, gotta give credit where it's due. New Rockstars called it. The back of that Egyptian kid that Mark was fighting, and that went off the cliff, Black Widow style. The back of his shirt, or the back of his jacket, actually had the image of the Pharaoh from one of the variants of Kang, or He Who Remains. So that, in my opinion, actually further, or at least I'm taking it as a little bit more support that we've always been in a different timeline and we just haven't realized it yet. So and that's a byproduct from Loki. But yes, that's a good point. But here's the other thing. I don't know if they were also telling us that, the ruler, conqueror, jerk, unless they're going to show us Nathaniel Richards or whoever they want to call him. If they show us his versions later, but I think those were just the most prominent versions of his variants, because he has a lot of variants. Like, they didn't talk about Iron Lad, but He Who Remains, because he has all these variants, his most popular ones are the Egyptian pharaoh that he was, and then Kang the Conqueror. So I think it might be coincidence, but at the same time, it could totally be possible too. Good point. Let's go, Marcus J at Mike Stearns. Word, why Disney got Mark in the corner watching? What kind of freak? I'm a child. Oh man, hey, listen, if I was Mark, I'd be like, man, y'all go do that mess. I ain't touching no dead monk. No, I don't like that. I can't do it. That's not for me. He Who Runs Phase, thank you so much. Hear me out. What if they take the other personality out of his body and that becomes his enemy? Like, the other personality chooses violence like Jackie and becomes Ahmet's Avenger. Wow. So I think the question, that would be interesting. Now, okay, if we play this out, I don't think Harrow would allow that to happen, because I think Harrow right now is going to become the Avenger of Ahmet. And I also think this too, like, the god might need to choose you too. You know what I'm saying? Like, does Amet even want the third personality? She might want Harrow because Harrow's been putting in that work, you know? Yeah, I mean, Harrow wake up like every day I gotta fight for my love for Amet, So like I don't know if they would want to pick that third personality. And honestly, I mean, it's a part of Moon Knight. Like Moon Knight needs those three personalities. Like that's his thing. So I think it would be just as likely if, I don't know, Robin decided to go join Two Face's gang and fight against Batman. Could it happen? Maybe. Is it likely? Probably not. But anything is possible. So I can't fully reject it. Like listen, hey, if that happens, bro, you getting all the props in the world for coming up with that one. Thank you for that. Marcy X, come with it. Thank you so much. Let's see. The hippo lady is Tarouette. She is the protective goddess known for womanhood, fertility, and childbirth. Facts on facts. Thank you so much for that, Marcy X. Always appreciate your continuous support of this channel. And yes, you are 100% right. That is her primary, function. I like what was said earlier, that she's kind of like the afterlife nurse, to like really just kind of take care of people and stuff, during their little transition. So that is all the way on point for sure. Let's see. Mike, what you got? I think Mark and Steve will continue to get worse until Conchu or however you spell, however you spell it, it's KH, gets released because he brings balance. I don't know if that's true. And this is, like I said, I told you, Conchu is shady. Conchu doesn't mind a little chaos. Okay. I'll put it in a video for y'all. If y'all, because I had it in a Screen Rant article, but I will make it a video. And when you see the video, you'll understand. Listen, I don't even know if y'all gonna be saying free Conchu anymore. I don't know, because Conchu is not all that good. He's like, sometimes he's good for Mark, but sometimes he's like he becomes an antagonist. I don't want to say a villain, but sometimes he becomes an antagonist against Mark also. But I'll just say that I don't think Conchu's gonna mind if them personalities are not all together on the same page. I'll say that. Because I don't want to spoil it if that ends up becoming true. Thank you, Mike. Appreciate you. Kimmy J. Layla gave Steven them eyes, and Mark said, "Oh, hell no." Yeah, that was yeah, nah, you saw she really started to get a little on creeper mode, out there smelling Steven, talking about like, ooh, you smell like him. Oh, creeper. Oh, oh man, get out of here. Talk about like, ooh, you wearing his aftershave. Yeah. Hey, look, Mark popped him a good one too. Now, you know what? Now, this was one thing, and I had one person say this, and y'all give me a little feedback on this, because I try to be sensitive, I try to be, understanding or whatever. I had somebody tell me that this scene where Mark ends up punching Steven, I had somebody say that it was a low blow, or it was insensitive of Marvel to try and take his mental illness and make a joke out of it, as if people with multiple personalities like actually punch each other, hit themselves and stuff like that. I guess in a way they were trying to say it's kind of like with the fat Thor situation in Endgame, where they made Thor fat and depressed, but then they kept poking fun at his situation, and it wasn't sensitive enough for people that legitimately go through depression and stuff. So I don't know if y'all have some insight on that. Let me know. Like, did it bother you? Did you end up just laughing anyway at the whole like punching myself thing? I don't know. Y'all let me know. But Layla's still a creep for trying to smell people's hair. Marcus, what you got? Marcy X and making sweet music with Conchu. Yes, he did. Oh, well, does she? No, that's Hathor. Hathor makes the music with Conchu. Yes. Not the Terouette one. But yes, thank you so much, Marcus. Buzz, what you got? Moon Knight is dope. I'm with you on that. So far, I am with you on that. Yes, Rama Tut. I knew it was a Tut. Thank you for that. That's why I like y'all, man. Y'all be on point with that. Rama Tut is the variant of Kang the Conqueror or He Who Remains that is also teased on the back of that Egyptian kid's jacket in episode 3, which means the variant has already conquered history. He's already made his imprint in history to the fact that people already, are still calling out to him in the present day. So yes, thank you all of y'all for chiming in on that. I love that. Ty, come on, Ty with the super sticker. She be coming through. Thank you, Ty. I appreciate you so much. He who runs fades. You watch the ops blink twice if if MT got Kobe hostage at New Rocks. Man, I would ain't nobody gonna take Kobe, man. Listen, nobody. I got my little issues with the little bugger, but man, he annoys that. We fight for ours. That ain't gonna happen around here. But I appreciate the support, brother. Let's see what else we got. Child, listen, self-care 716. Thank you so much. Mummy Alex heard about Nancy jokes and said, hold my beer. Also, Jake probably gonna bust through harder than how I'm a smack he who runs fades. This has got to be Jackie. Thank you so much. I don't know what you about to pop he who runs phase for, but he didn't do it. Free my man, he who runs phase. I don't know what he did, but he ain't do it. It wasn't him. But thank you so much for that. Marcus J, I halfway don't want to see Iron Lad in the MCU. I'm tired of the redeemed villain arcs. Plus, we got Ironheart already. Sit down and hush. Yeah, listen, I've told y'all this too. I think the redemption arc angle is getting a little overplayed. I didn't mind it too much with Loki, because Loki is a little bit more of a more complex character. I have rejected this redemption arc thing when it comes to Killmonger because, in my opinion, it ruins how good of a villain Killmonger actually was. Because Killmonger was a villain. It doesn't matter what you agree with in his motivations. His actions made him a villain. You can have the best intentions in the world, but if you're out there killing folks and murdering and out there you're a villain. You're a villain. And if y'all can't tell the difference between that, that's scarier. Oh my gosh. But yeah, bro, I'm with you on that. I don't think everybody needs to be redeemed. I think, if you're a villain, be a villain, stay in your lane, listen, having a good villain is actually a great thing because it propels and accelerates and amplifies the hero. So, hey, villain away. But I'm with you on that. Thank you so much. Mike, what you got at Hero Runs Phase? It would be just like every other Marvel hero who almost always starts with facing some alternate version of themselves. Yeah, but I don't know if at this point, I think that conflict is already there with Steven and his multiple personalities because they're going to conflict. They're going to argue. They're not always going to agree. So I don't think they need to have Mark become a different avatar or whatnot. I don't think they need it. I don't think so. But let's see. Oh, that was some funny okay. Let's see. Bucko, what's going on? Let's see. She took her time messing with them buckles. Steve is only human. You talk about Layla. Yeah, she did kind of, yeah, that was he was getting a little anxious too. I saw. He runs at Mike. The trailer shows Moon Knight fighting another man type villain on the roof. Harrow ain't about that life and will need a personality that has them hands. Maybe. I still think that Harrow's going to become the full Avatar, and I think once he becomes the Avatar of a Met, then it's going to be Avatar on Avatar. And that is not something unlike in the comics. They do that. Like the avatars fight because the gods fight. So we'll have to wait and see how that goes. But thank you for that. Hold on, I got something else. Did we go through everything else? So we talked about all the missing gods. Don't nobody know who or where they at. Let's see. Now, as you noticed here, once Khonshu is in prison, so once a god is in prison, their avatar loses everything. They are not connected. They don't have the healing, no powers, nothing. So he is totally done for. We see Layla's out there. She's handling herself. She is out there like blowing people up and taking names later. So that was interesting. This was definitely one of the scare. I couldn't have done this. This reminded me of Silent Hill. If y'all ever saw that movie or just played the game, it just reminded me of Silent Hill. I did not like it, but it is what it is. Let's see what else we got. Okay, we got the little Tomb Raider stuff going on. That's more the priests. Trying to make sure we ain't missed nothing. This was more Indiana Jones, I think. I don't know. Oh, that was Alexander the Great. Okay, that was the Great. Then Harold, I already talked about Ethan Hawke. I think he is killing it right now in that role. Let's see what else. Oh, then we found out Mark's secret. So as I told y'all before, Harold will use the truth to deceive, and he will use the truth to manipulate. So when he was telling Layla before that, like, hey, Mark's got a secret, or Mark feels this, or whatever, like, keep in mind, he saw the chaos in Mark when he held his hands, right? But the thing is, Harold cannot see everything, right? Like, if you notice what he was saying, he couldn't, he didn't know exactly whether or not Mark killed Layla's parents. He didn't know that. All he knew was that Mark felt guilty about it. So what Harold is his powers, he's able to gauge the person's guilt and the sin, but it's not like, he can see exactly what happened. So what he was doing when he was talking to Layla was really just inferring things and kind of suggesting things and maybe filling in a couple gaps here and there. So when she was like, yo, so did Mark kill my father? And he was like, I mean, you said it, not me. Like, you said it. He doesn't know. He knows that Mark feels guilty about it, but he's like, oh, sure. Yep. Sure. Let's go with that. So, but anyway, we end up finding out that Mark did not kill, at least according to Mark, that he didn't kill Layla's father. And instead, it was his partner. And as I'm sure many of you comic fans understand and know, Mark's partner, who we have not seen yet, Bushmaster, right? Or Bushman, or I think it's Bushmaster. He was one of the mercenaries that was a partner for Mark, but at the same time, he shot Mark. And because he also shot Mark, this, like, one of the reasons why I don't think they were going to show him yet was because his character, ex-military, was it Bushman? Okay, so it was Bushman. Okay, I don't know. I was thinking Bushmaster. Bushman, thank you. But he's so similar to Killmonger. So I don't know if Marvel's going to, I mean, clearly that partner, since they mentioned him, exists. I wonder if they're going to change him up a little bit, because he was nuts. Dude was crazy. Like, he made Killmonger look like a little kid, just because in the comics, like, he was a sociopath, so I don't know. We'll see if they actually show him. He could be the next antagonist villain. I think he'll be a straight up villain. Maybe he shows up in the later episode, but he's the actual one that actually killed Layla's father and shot Mark, which at that point gave Khonshu the opportunity to be like, hey, yo, let me make you a deal that you can't refuse. So that was it. Yes, Bushmaster was in Luke. Yeah, that's why I was getting them confused. I knew it was, Bushman, Bushmaster. I knew that. Thank you. Appreciate that. Let's see. We got a comment here. Boom, the Don. Thank you so much. Ain't nobody locking up Wanda. She was all nonchalant about Westview and the strange trailer. She outside practicing dark magic and writing a book called If I Did It on some OJ Simpson energy. Oh my God. You know she wrote a chapter in the Darkhold doing exactly that. That is hilarious. Matter of fact, for some, you know what? I think because of Doctor Strange, I'm gonna go back to that live video that I did, and I'm gonna release that clip of when I told y'all about how Wanda was a whole problem and just walking around all free and everything. I'm gonna make that clip and drop that because that's some BS. That's some BS that this lady is just walking around. If I did, that is hilarious. Thank you so much for that. Appreciate that so much. Let's see what else. Did we miss anything else? Okay, so so this was okay, so this is just like a minor thing. I think, and this is just one of my little theories, right? When she was strapping Steven up, when she was strapping him up here, right? And she was talking about how, like, all you got to do is just be honest with me, right? Big honesty, as she would say. And I think this might have been a glimpse as to what makes Layla a good candidate for Khonshu as an avatar. Because remember what Harrow said. He said that uh he chooses an avatar that has a strong moral conscience. And Layla has a strong moral conscience. She really values honesty at this point. So, I think that could have been a good example as to why he really wants her. And as we saw here, Layla's capable. Layla can fight. Layla, I mean, what did she do at the beginning? She done blown up. She blew up that car or whatever, that truck of people and stuff. She handling them little priests and all. Layla can do some things. So Layla could be an avatar if she wanted to, if that happens. But let's see what else happened. So yeah, okay. Well, we got that. Yeah, we got that. But they did find Amet's what they call that? The Ushabti. They did find a little statue. But here's the thing, and y'all help me with this if you get the chance. Because I was trying to watch this like in slow motion, right? Where did Steven put this? Because I feel like when we got to this point and Harrow showed up, we went from this to this real fast. I didn't see Steven put it in his pocket. I didn't see him give it to Layla. I didn't see him drop. Like, where did he put the actual dog? If y'all saw something, maybe I missed it, let me know. But I'm just sitting here wondering, like, where did this go? What happened? And I am very curious. How do you release a god from being in prison? Like, do you have to break the stone, or is there some ritual or something? I don't know. Does he still have it on his person? Is the fact that he still has this on him, could it be a Met that is causing this hallucination or something? Keep in mind that Mark met Khonshu on the brink of death. I wonder if this could also be a situation. Maybe a Met is kind of like, ooh, hey there, strong moral conscious Mark. Because hey, Khonshu had Harrow as a avatar. Maybe he who runs phases theory is right. Maybe a Met is gonna look at Mark and be like, hey, let me save you. Let me upgrade you. We'll find out. We'll see. But yeah, so we saw him get gunned down by Harrow, and Mark is like down and out for the count. Then we get to his little daydream with the fake Indiana Jones. He's in the hospital. We already went through that. And he's even got an action figure of his own toy. But clearly this is definitely a mental thing that is happening. But here's my little theory, especially with the hippo goddess. My little theory is just that the Egyptian gods are walking among people, right? They are like out there. And we have seen, at least in the beginning, that out of all these gods, some of them are outcasts. Some of them get caught. Some of them get punished. But I would also believe that some of them don't. I would believe that some of them are just kind of like out there, but they're just doing their own thing, flying under the radar. So I'm sitting here thinking, like, because this hippo god is kind of like a nurturing, protective type of god, I don't think it'd be out the ordinary if she were like, hey, you about to die. I could help you. All you got to do is just let me be your avatar. And then maybe he gets healed up. Maybe that's the way he like survives. And then after that, just give it up. And maybe I don't know. So I'm wondering if the hippo god is going to allow Mark to become an avatar, and once he becomes an avatar, that will give him the healing ability that he was missing, that he needs in this case. Maybe, I don't know. Let me know what y'all think about that. Marcus, he put the you shop at tea in his pocket. Clear. Okay, maybe. All right, that's fine. I just didn't see it. But sure, it could be, and maybe Harold has it now. I don't know. Let's see. Laura Lee, thank you so much. Harold has that cane that has but a small part of immense power. Can Mark get something like can Mark get something that has some of Khonshu's power until he can rescue him? Technically, yes, if Khonshu gave him something like that. Now, during this scene, do I have an image of that? During this scene, I want to say, if you look at the clock in the background, the clock, the hour hand, is a half a crescent moon, which is a sign for Khonshu. So the funny thing with that is, because remember, I told you in the comics, Khonshu had a part in all that stuff that was going on with him mentally, but we haven't seen Khonshu here. It would be interesting if maybe Khonshu did give him some sort of artifact with some of his power in there, and maybe it was enough power to help him heal. Maybe, it's totally possible. But to answer your question directly, yes, it is possible for a god to put their power into something and for people to use it later. I personally think that that's exactly what happened with Bast and the vibranium in Wakanda, because she supposedly led Bashanga, the first Black Panther, to the heart-shaped herb. Now, some have said that the radiation from the vibranium affected the plant-based herb, but they might kind of change that and be like, yeah, it wasn't radiation. It was just Boss's magic. The same way it was in Ahmet's cane. Maybe they put it in the herb. But yeah, that's something that we are starting to learn. This is why I like what we're doing with the MCU here, because it's defining different rules for things. We're learning different rules on how objects, how magic, how powers work. So I think short answer to your question is yes, it is totally possible that could be what they're doing, or that it's possible that maybe Khonshu left him something. Thank you, Laura Lee. Appreciate you. Jason, what you got? Lack of melanin in Egypt, at least by sight. Yeah, I mean, I know some people have mentioned that. I to be honest with y'all, I don't really know what the expectation is. I've never personally been to Egypt, so I can't really speak to how many melanin people darker skinned people we actually need to see or not. I do know, at least in Egypt, that it was definitely a area in Africa where everybody came from all different walks of life, including from Europe. So, I don't know if people are expecting like Egypt to look like people from Nigeria. Like, are y'all like, I mean, if you go to South America, like there are not, there's a lot of light people there too. I don't know, but that's gonna be something up to Marvel. Marvel believes that they are being diverse. They have an Egyptian director, dealing with this. As a matter of fact, he just got done criticizing, what was it, Black Adam, for not having enough Egyptian people in there. But you know what? That's a battle for them to deal with. I'm not in that. I'm not in that. So, everybody can have their own opinion on how many who should show up. I ain't really got no dog in that fight. Marcus J, thank you so much. One shot for Mark, one shot for Steven. I think saving Conchu will release the Savage Jake, and we'll finally get the wild action sequence Moon Knight Comics is known for. Please. Hey, I'm with you on that. I think, like I said, I think Jake is the most violent. He is definitely the most ruthless one, and we've seen the aftermath of what he's capable of. So I would not be surprised if we look, because right now Falcon and the Winter Soldier is like the most violent that is in the MCU, and Falcon can't even fight. Sam ain't got no hands. Even as Captain America, he barely got any hands. So I'm like, y'all need to turn it up here. So I hope the same way you do that we can get a little bit more on that angle too. Team Tech Boy, thank you so much. I have to head out early, but before I go, I wanted to say I wore my recast T'Challa shirt to school for Dress Down Day. Many of my classmates and teachers signed the petition. Representation matters, yo. That is dope. Thank you, Team Tech Boy, so much for that. Appreciate you. Thank you for buying a shirt, supporting. As y'all know, if you go to teespring.com, TEE spring.com /recast T'Challa, you too can buy a Recast T'Challa shirt or hoodie, and all proceeds go straight to colon cancer research or charity, I'm sorry, in Chadwick Boseman's name. But thank you, Team Tech Boy, appreciate that so much. That's really dope. I can't tell you how much I appreciate that, for real. Storm Shadow, my goodness, thank you so much for that. Appreciate that, sir. I'm thinking that one guy that seemed to be the ringleader when Conchu was making his case is in on what Harrow is doing. It's possible. I think you're talking about Osiris. I think that was Osiris. You know, maybe, because I will say it was hella suspect that he was just kind of like, hey, Harrow, are you looking for Ahmet? No. Case closed. What? That's it. What? So, and look, I don't know if you can trust the gods. You can't trust them. They have their own agendas. They be on their own thing. So totally possible. Everybody's shady. You can't trust nobody. Maybe the only one you can trust right now is Thor. But even she got some crazy backstories. She has some back history that is a little scary. Let's just say you don't want to get on her bad side. So I think that's a good theory. It's definitely possible. It's definitely possible for sure. But anyway, I think that brings us to the end of the Moon Knight reaction. I personally enjoyed this episode. I had a really good time with it. Y'all let me know, what is your rating for episode 4 of Moon Knight, scale from 1 to 10. Let's see, what am I going to give it? I think, given how much because I didn't see that turn coming. And when Mark got shot, I was definitely like, oh. And I don't really know exactly how he's gonna get out of this. We know he's gonna survive, but I don't know how. I think I'm gonna give this one a 9. I think I'm gonna give this one a 9 because it had the adventure, it had a legit horror scene, little bit of action, not as much as I like, but a little bit of action, and it touched the psychological. That's a lot of different boxes to check off in one episode, in my opinion. So I'm gonna give it a 9 because I appreciate the diversity that they gave us within one episode to do all of that. So, but that's just my take. Let me see. What do y'all say? What do the people say? Let's see. We got a 9, 8, 9.5, 10, 10. Okay, 8.8, 8.5, 8, 9, 9.5, 8. 7.5. All right, all right. 9, 8, 8.5. 8. Derek and 8. Derek was on 5s early. You got an 8? Okay, all right. Good to see this uptick for you. 8.5, 9, 10, 7, 9, 10, 7.5. 4. 4. Ooh, you hated this. Okay. 10, 8.5, 9, 7.56. Uh 8.5, 10, 10, 10, 8, 9, 7, 8, 9, 7.5, 8.5, 10, 9, 8.5, 8.5, 7.5, 9. Okay, all right, all right. Yeah, okay. So basically we liked it. I think majority liked it. And and that's cool. Like, again, if you didn't like it, I totally understand. But I think most people enjoyed this for whatever reasons. And but here's the thing. I think we all can assume that episode 5 and 6 have got to be, in my opinion, they need to be 9 or betters. That, like, you on the last two, you need to be a 9 or better. And I know that might be a little high, but I'm hoping we get to that. So there's so much stuff that they can do. There's so many things that are possible. Cameos can happen, crazy you know, I don't know. Some crazy stuff can happen, but we will find out. Mambo Jazz, let's go. I've been to Morocco, and not quite dark, not quite so dark there. But there are many brown, light to damn near white people. I'm told Egypt is lighter. Okay, I haven't been there. Like I said, I've only heard that, like, that area has been populated by a lot of people. It's not going to be like Kenya, So again, I don't know what people's expectations are, but if any place, if it's not South Africa, I know Egypt is definitely going to be very mixed, over the centuries. But okay, thank you, appreciate that. Anybody else that's been to Egypt, hey, let me know, because I've never been there. Y'all know better than I would. So that is all we got. Any cameo predictions? I said for a while that it would be dope to have Blade show up. I think Blade would be an interesting one, just because I think that his the connection between the black sword or whatever, that the Black Knight, the ebony sword, the ebony sword came from Egypt. It came from Egypt. It had Arabic on it, on the writing. So I feel like Blade might have been tracking that over the time. So I wouldn't be surprised if he crossed paths with Moon Knight. Let's not forget, you also got Midnight Suns, where Blade and Moon Knight and other characters all together. The other one could be Rama Tut. It could be Jonathan Majors showing up as the variant of He Who Remains, some way, somehow. I don't know. Maybe it's a flashback. Maybe it's just a picture. Whatever. We already got an Easter egg on that kid's back. That could be a possible cameo. But I don't think it would be. Or the other one, which would be a subtle one. It might be something that connects to Thor, Love, and Thunder. So whether maybe it's Zeus, maybe it's an Egyptian god, maybe it could be Bast. Bast could show up. Like, Bast is going to be in Love and Thunder, and Bast has connections with Egyptian gods. That could happen too. So I don't know. I don't know. They could go in a lot of different directions with a lot of different cameos, and almost any cameo can carry a bigger implication to the MCU. But we would have to see. Like, I think it'd be kind of dope if they go with Boss, only because the actress isn't that high profile like that. So it'd be a lot easier to kind of keep that hush hush. Hey, they kept Jonathan Majors hush hush though. Like, didn't nobody really know about him, even though somebody predicted it, But anyway, but yeah, I mean, y'all guess is good as mine. Now, I would say the one thing they probably will not do is, I don't think you're gonna get like Apocalypse. I don't think you're gonna get like, any anything super crazy like that, because that's too big. It's too big. And if you tease Apocalypse now, you're not gonna care what's gonna happen in Doctor Strange. You're not gonna care what's gonna happen in Thor: Love and Thunder. You're not gonna care what's gonna happen in Black Panther. You're gonna be like, when are we gonna get more Apocalypse? When are we gonna get more mutants? I don't think they're gonna go that route. I think the teasers that they lay out, I think, have to be connected and help promote the next thing. So it'll either be something connected to Doctor Strange, or what I think it will, because they're talking about gods, it's going to connect to Thor: Love and Thunder in one way, shape, or form. But anyway, that's long answer for the cameos. Sorry. Travis, what you got? I think the final post-credit scene will be one of the Egyptian gods found dead. Gore. Bam. Great. Yes. Yes, that could totally be it. That's what I'm saying. Stuff like that makes sense for the story, but it also promotes the future stuff. Beautiful. Great. You win. You got it. I love that. That could totally be it. Storm? Nah, I don't think so. That, again, too much, too big. You gonna be looking for mutants? I don't think so. I don't think we're gonna get no mutants until they're gonna. I think we will get into. I think we're gonna get mutants done right. They're not gonna sprinkle it in, because we all are gonna be rabid dogs looking for more, thirsty as ever, and ignore everything else. They don't want to do that. They know you want mutants. They know we gonna want it, in time. So 9 times out of 10, they're going to prop up mutants. If I'm Marvel, I'm not putting mutants in a Disney Plus show. I'm putting mutants in a movie, because I know people are thirsty for mutants, and we gonna make money off of that. So the moment Marvel's like, oh yeah, Doctor Strange, yeah, Professor X exists, multiverse, whatever. Oh, by the way, a mutants movie is coming next year or whatever. We gonna do that. I think that's when it's really gonna happen in a movie, and they're gonna try and capitalize that on them dollars for real. But anyway, thank you so much for that. Appreciate it. All right, guys, this is now time for us to so we're done with that, with Moon Knight. We gave our opinion, our reviews, and everything. Hold on, let me get y'all know what time it is now. Told you this was gonna be a dual episode. And I need to check out this Thor trailer. I'm assuming everybody saw it already. I know I'm late on it, but I wanted to watch it with y'all. Don't blame me. Not too much. Okay, excuse me. All right, let's get this loaded up here. Where we at? And sorry for the replay, gang, if I have to trim this out, because sometimes they be haters. But anyway, let's see. Okay, so before I even watch this, I'll just say that I really wish that they had waited for this. I mean, Doctor Strange comes out in like 2 weeks, or whatever. I think they could have waited, and I think they could have put this would have been, however, what is this, a minute or something long? This could have been a dope post-credit scene. I think that could have been a dope post-credit scene. Same way they did for Spider-Man No Way Home and Doctor Strange. I don't know why they had to wait now to drop it, because I don't know. But I don't know. We'll see. I've heard good things about it. Let's see how it goes. Hold on. I want to be choking on y'all. All right, so I don't know if you don't want to see this, but we about to play the teaser for Thor Love and Thunder. Here we go. Oh, that was
These hands were once used for battle. Now they're but humble tools for peace. I need to figure out exactly who I am. I want to choose my own path. Live in the moment. My superheroing days are over.
told you. You ever feel lost? Just look into the eyes of the people that you love. Not me.
It's so weird.
Just listening.
Okay. Mighty Thor. Jane is back. Okay. All right. That wasn't bad. Okay. I like the music. I like, this is keeping that whole, 80s vibe thing going on. Listen, I oh man, who said that stamina? Yeah, I know. I'm about to sorry, replay gang. Y'all about to come in and be like, what happened to the actual reaction? Yeah, it probably gonna have to get trimmed out. But yeah, this was cool. Okay, so clearly, again, Taika Waititi is doing this movie, which means you're gonna get all the comedy in there. But at the same time, and I don't want people to miss this, Taika is interesting because he'll hit you with a whole lot of comedy, but at the same time, under all that comedy is some serious drama. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you go back and look at Thor Ragnarok, it was some real drama. I mean, my man lost his dad. His sister came around, his sister destroyed damn near everything, kicked him out of Asgard and all that. Asgard got destroyed. He lost an eyeball. Like, Thor really went through some real stuff in that movie, but at the same time, it was so much like comedy, you probably might have missed some of that. So, the one thing I will say is that I definitely like the fact that uh that we're gonna get at least some sort of balance with that. But let me see if because there were some things here I liked. We got the young Thor. That I believe I think I saw something that talked about this. That is actually Chris Hemsworth's actual son, from what I saw online. So that is actually pretty cool that that's his actual son. But this right here is kind of dope because that's the classic Thor outfit from, like, the 1970s, like when he first was Thor. So that's actually pretty cool that they did that. All right, they went back to it. I don't know what he going through here. He going through the fire. Now this I don't like that though. Like, what you burying Stormbreaker for? Like, I don't know. I guess he's excuse me. I guess he's giving up being a hero or something, or he's trying to find himself. I don't know. I guess. Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Thor's getting a watch party. Look, right now, Doctor Strange is getting a watch party, and Thor is getting a watch party. Only one that's very, very, very questionable is Black Panther. I don't know if I could do that. I don't know if I can do a Black Panther 2 watch party. I don't know if I could follow through with that, but we'll see. We'll see. But that's very interesting though that he planted Stormbreaker. It looks like, I guess he's given up or something, or he's just trying to find himself, which is interesting. Like, it's something I will say I do appreciate, which is the character journey, right? Like, we like the fact that characters go through things and we grow with them. And by the way, Thor is the only original Avenger or MCU character that's had 4 movies now. So this is definitely going to be either a swan song where, like, okay, that's it for Thor, or this is going to be a very good pivotal moment in who he is. And it's interesting because I'm curious to see what Taika does with his character, because if you go back to the very beginning of Thor's entire journey, what's interesting about it is um when Thor was younger, he was always trying to be what Odin wanted him to be, like what everybody else wanted him to be, you know. And then after that, it was kind of like, well, I think I need to be a king because that's like what I'm supposed to do. And Thor was kind of like, well, I don't think I want to be a king. And he changed that up. So, like, this is the first time in his 1500 years of being alive that he can actually figure out what's my purpose, what's my journey, who am I, and I love that because I think that it is such a very good way to get some good character development. So we'll see. Let's see, what do we have here? Jason, what you got? Lots of black folks in BP2 that need us. Just do it. I don't know. Listen, one thing that's going to really one thing that's really going to affect whether I buy out a theater for this or not is going to be whether or not Marvel is going to, because my red line, my line in the sand is they better not market or promote T'Challa's death. If you market or promote T'Challa's death, you are now officially comfortable monetizing off of Chadwick Boseman's death. And that's not something I can support. I like, just morally, I can't support that. I don't care if it's black folks. I don't care if it's conflicting. That's my personal line. I will go see the movie. I'm not gonna tell people to not go see the movie. I'm also not gonna discourage people from boycotting the movie. But my personal line is don't advertise that because I think that's shady. I don't care if it's Ryan Coogler. I don't care if it's Nate Moore. I don't care what black people you put on the screen to parade as though this is a good thing. You're not gonna profit. You're not gonna monetize and advertise and promote and call it a tribute to take this man's death and put it on the screen and make money off of it. And again, to the record that I know of, not even give a dime of that to like Chadwick Boseman, his family, his organizations, charity, like nothing. So no, I'm not with that. That's my line. So the people that go to my watch parties, y'all know I will go above and beyond and do what I got to do with them, as some of y'all gonna find out soon. But I have to stand for something, and that's gonna be my line. So ball's in Marvel's court now. It's up to Marvel. Marvel's gonna have to sit here and be like, are we gonna roll this dice? So we'll see. Buzz, thank you. Stormbreaker was originally made for Beta Ray Bill. That is true. In the comics, Stormbreaker actually goes to Beta Ray Bill, and Beta Ray might show up in this. Now, here's the thing: Beta Ray was supposed to show up in Thor 3. He was already supposed to show up. We saw the little Easter egg and everything with him, but he ended up not showing up because Kevin Feige was like, we didn't have enough time. He wanted to put Beta Ray in with more screen time. So there was a scene in here. I don't know if it's where it is, but there was a scene in here where I think he might show up, but don't be surprised if he does show up here. First of all, I love this. Wait, no, I don't love it. Let me tell you why I don't love it. But thank you for that, Buzz. I appreciate you, man. The reason why I don't like this, it's funny. I like the fact that, he out here training and everything. I just thought it would have been a little bit funnier. I thought it would have been a little bit funnier if all Thor had to do, because he gained all that weight, if all he had to do was eat a salad, just like his mama said. If he had to only eat a salad and all of a sudden his muscles just like boop, boop, like came back, I could see Star-Lord's face being like, what the hell? And I think it would just been so hilarious. I think it would have been a good testament to like, well, that's a god for you. Like a god could get fat and a god could eat a salad and get swole. Because how many of us, don't lie, tell the truth and shame the devil. Y'all know good and well, if y'all could eat one salad and get ripped, y'all would eat that salad. Y'all was, Mrs. E-Man already raising that. We would all eat that salad. Okay. Shoot. So I'm just saying that I just think that was a missed opportunity. I know Thor about to work out. I don't know. Maybe there's, I still trust Taika with comedy. Maybe Thor is gonna work out for like 2 hours. I just need them to make extreme. That's all I'm saying. I need them to make it extreme. Like my man goes out there, boom, boom, boom. All right, I'm ready, guys. Yeah, that was a good 1 hour workout. So hopefully they do something like that. and get that popping. But anyway, what else do they have here? Let's see. So this is dope. Who are all these blue people? I guess they must be on a different planet. Um, oh, okay, there we go. Yo, why did he throw his jacket in Buddy's face? Oh, I thought that was Star Lord's face. Is that Groot? Yeah, that's Teenage Groot too. Okay, Teenage Groot is there. Let's see. He just gonna throw his jacket down. Um, okay, so he threw his jacket down. That was funny. I don't know where they fighting, but apparently Thor is turning his back. But I think this was something that we kind of like expected this though, right? Like we expected, or at least I know I had said this, that Thor's journey with the Guardians was not gonna be long. It was, it was probably just gonna be in the very beginning of the movie, and then yeah, they gonna go do their own thing because why? They have a Christmas special coming up. Then they have Volume 3 that they gonna do. They can't be doing that with Thor the whole time. So yeah, they probably gonna be like, all right, Thor, we've been kicking it. You done worked out. You swole now, and they gonna drop him off and bounce. So I think that's exactly what's happening. Okay, that was it right there. That was it. This, do y'all look at that scene? Does that scene look accurate, or doesn't that look a little weird to y'all? That's a third person right there. That's a third person standing next to Thor, because y'all know how they like to position people like in triangles or whatever. I'm putting money on it that could be Beta Ray Bill. That right there could be Beta Ray Bill standing right next to Thor and Korg. Because, and now again, it could be somebody else. Who'd you say? It could be Hercules. Could be. The reason why I'm thinking it's Beta Ray, though, the reason why I think that is because it's easier. It's easier to completely CGI out already CGI characters. Okay, so think about that. Remember when they CGI'd out Spider-Man, the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man in No Way Home? The Spider-Mans were CGI in those shots. So it's easy to just be like delete. But it might be a little harder to do that with actual human actors. I'm not saying it's impossible. You could do almost anything with video. But I'm just saying I think the pattern is whoever is digitally removed is also someone digitally created. Just like Korg. Korg is digitally created too. So like that's someone in the CGI suit. So now somebody else had mentioned maybe it's maybe it's Hulk. Hulk might show up too. Hulk does have connections with Thor, and Hulk does have connection with Sakaar, and that could also be a thing. I personally don't think it will yet, because Hulk has some other business and She-Hulk he's got to deal with first. But anything's possible. But I do think that this could be Beta Ray Bill. I think it is. Could be somebody else. I don't know for sure, but that's just my guess. All right, let's see what else they got. I don't know what this is. I don't know if okay, Asgard is destroyed. So I'm guessing this is Olympus. I'm guessing this is where the Greek gods are. I have no idea who this is. Does anybody know who this blue hair chick is? I have no idea, and I don't know why Thor is out here kissing them. I have no idea who that is. I have no idea. If y'all got any ideas, please let me know. Let's see. I like the fact that he still got Stormbreaker using it as the Bifrost. So that's and he got the new shiny armor already. I like that too. He gonna have a couple upgrades. And yeah, this is that's definitely got to be Russell Crowe's Zeus, and they are in Mount Olympus or whatever realm that they're in. And they're not showing Russell Crowe. Well, you can kind of see his eyebrow up there. Are you look at him talking to all the Greece, all the Greek guys? Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Yeah, that's what he's doing right now. So that's interesting. Good to see that. Let's see what else. Oh, now this, y'all, this came straight out of the comics. This scene right here, in case y'all didn't know, I forget the god's name. that creature is actually a god. That is a god that Gore the God Butcher killed. So I don't think that, and I'm glad they didn't do this. I'm glad they did not show Gore the God Butcher here. But that shows the beginning of the rampage that Gore the God Butcher is doing. And they took that shot literally straight from the comics. Like that is exactly the shot. And if I recall, I think I posted it on my Facebook. So if you're on my Facebook fan page, you should be able to see it there. But Gore, now for some of y'all might not know about Gore. Gore has this thing called the Necro Sword. The Necro Sword is basically, now I don't know if they're gonna change it, but the Necro Sword came from Null, and Null was the like the father of all symbiotes, like the king symbiote. He's like the god of symbiotes. So Venom comes from Null, right? And Null had this sword that basically gave people all this power if you had it. And Gore, the God Butcher, ends up having this sword, and clearly the sword is so powerful, it can kill gods. It can kill gods and make them super, super powerful. So there we go. Thank you. Falagar, the behemoth. That's it. Thank you for that. Good assist. But yeah, so like Thor was talking about, like, yeah, I knew that guy. Like I knew that god. He was out there patrolling the streets. I kicked it with him. I saw him when we was going through the Bifrost, So and you see the little blood in the nose and stuff. So anyway, that or was it the Necro Sword? I forget. I don't know. But either way, Gore is a problem. Gore is a problem, and I don't expect us to actually see him until maybe probably like the next trailer. And I would have to say the next trailer is not gonna come for like another month or something like that, but it'll come, and that's when we'll probably see Christian Bale for the first time as Gore the God Butcher, when that happens. But as you can see, this clearly takes a little bit of a toll on Thor. He's like, yo, like gods are getting killed, like what's going on? And we go back to new Asgard. Y'all recall that. It's funny here. We see this is King Valkyrie or whatever. I don't know why they don't just call her Queen Valkyrie, but whatever. Pronouns. But King Valkyrie, she is here. It looks like she's just tired of being a king. It looks like she's just like, I don't feel like really doing this no more. Like all this king stuff is like kind of overrated. It looks like she would much rather be in the battlefield than doing all this, bureaucracy and politicking and stuff. It doesn't look too interesting to her. But we get some more shots of the Olympic gods here. Star Lord. This is stupid. I don't understand. Like, what is wrong with them? What is wrong with them? They are so weird. They're so weird. But yeah, I think we're gonna get a lot of that humor moving forward. That's gonna be dope. And then of course we get to like this big moment here. Vroom. Yo, who that? Who's that? Mighty Jane Thor. Oh man. So here's the thing. Couple things if you notice. One, shout out to Natalie Portman and her swole arms. I see you putting in that work. I see the work, ma'am. I see the work. But two, the hammer here is still cracked, right? And the question is, how did this hammer get like uncracked? Because clearly that hammer was the one that Hela cracked in Thor Ragnarok. But and remember, in Endgame, they were using the hammer from the past. They were using an old hammer or an old variant of the hammer, but this is the current hammer. At least we're assuming so. But the question is like, yo, how did that come together? How did it like what happened here? Now this is interesting because anything could explain this. One theory, at least from the comics, and I don't think this is likely at all. One theory, though, is that Moon Knight could fix it. Moon Knight could fix it because um Moon Knight in the comics, he was going up against Thor or whatever. Thor threw the hammer at him, and Moon Knight was like, stop that hammer real fast. And then it turned out like, yo, nah, son, that hammer, it's actually made out of moon rock. And guess who's the god of the moon? So they did that. Now, I don't think that was in the comics. I don't think that's the same thing here. Um, it could also be simple the spell. It could just be the spell. It could be the spell of whoever's worthy. If you're worthy, and let's just say you walk next to the hammer, and the hammer is just like, well, we're just gonna come together. Maybe. I have no idea. Like they could find any type of excuse, and I'm sure they will find a way to explain that, because you're not just gonna bring this broken hammer and not explain what's going on. I mean, the thing did show off some blue energy or whatever. So my guess is that the blue energy is part of the magic. Like there's got to be some sort of magic that is holding this thing together at that point. It might be thunder glue. I don't know. Whatever. But I like how they tried it though with this scene. They tried, look at them. They tried it. They was like, ooh, look at that. Another Captain America. Nah, boo. Nah, Captain America did it first in Endgame. I'm sorry. It didn't like blow me away. Like if she had done this before Cap did it in Endgame, now I'd be impressed. But now, come on now, you just gonna do the same pull, and you gonna do the same pullback. I don't know. But anyway, for some of y'all that know, of course, this is Jane Foster. Now I'm not gonna give away in the comics why she got the hammer. I'm not gonna give that away. And my guess is that maybe if you do know, don't spoil it for other people. I'll just say that it's for a sad reason. But she does actually get the hammer and gets the power of Thor. But we have to see if they're gonna mix that up. Again, it was in the comics. We don't know if Marvel's gonna go a slightly different route, maybe a slightly less depressing route. But I don't know. I'm here for it. That's fine. My thing is this though. I was never really that much of a fan of everybody just lifting up the hammer, because as I've said, when everybody can lift up the hammer, it loses its uniqueness at that point. It's not really all that special if everybody can do it. Like you're Thor and everyone can be Thor. Like, but it's like this is kind of what I talk about with passing around the mantle all of a sudden. If everybody can be Captain America, if everyone can be Black Panther, like is it really that special then? If anybody and everyone can do it? I personally I don't really think so, and I don't know. We'll see. I mean, that's a good one. So somebody said that Jane is a variant. But yeah, maybe this could be a variant, or maybe not. Maybe this is actually the actual one. Again, it could be for different reasons. We don't know. But yeah, I'm here for this. This was an okay trailer. I'm not gonna say this trailer was like amazing or nothing like that. I ain't gonna lie like that. But I enjoyed it. I think it did its trick. It is a teaser. I'm totally fine. I don't know if I need to see more. Okay, y'all tell me, did this trailer get you to the point where you like are excited to go see Thor Love and Thunder? Did this do it? Or do you need more? Do you need to see the full trailer? Because the full trailer, I think, is going to show you Gore the God Butcher. It might, I don't think they will. It might show you Beta Ray Bill. I doubt it. I think they're going to save that as a surprise. But this is nothing but a teaser. Personally, I'm cool with teasers because I'm gonna go see this anyway. Like, you don't have to convince me to go watch this. But I'm just curious because some people, for whatever reason, y'all like to get more footage. If y'all need more, let me know. Oh damn, why you say this? Damn, already bored. Wow. Okay, it was okay. Need more. Okay, a little more. Not yet. I definitely want to see it. Okay, want to see it, but it's not exciting. Okay, I'm down. Let's go. Need more. Okay, and that's cool. I'm good. No, I need more. What'd you say? Oh, okay. So you need a villain and some danger. Yeah, and that's, you know what? If we think about the old Thor Ragnarok one, I remember. I don't remember the teaser, but I remember when they showed Hella, and the first thing she did was stop the hammer. I was like, rut roll. Are we in for it now? So maybe we get something like that. Maybe we're going to get to be, I don't think they showed her breaking the hammer, but because I do remember in the theater being like, you broke his hammer. What you gonna do now? But I do think we're gonna get something where, I don't know, maybe Thor tries to throw or tries to hit Gore with Stormbreaker, but he uses that sword and was like, So I don't know. I think we're gonna get that. And honestly, after that trailer, that will be all I need to see. So I'll do another reaction video for the full trailer, but please don't ask me to do one for trailer 2 and trailer 3 and trailer 4 and TV spot number 18 where they show everything. Because by that time, we already like less than 90 days. That's less than 3 months from Thor Love and Thunder. By the time they get to trailer 3, 4, 18, 19, whatever, the movie's about to come out. I'm definitely not going to be looking at this after that. I'm just gonna wait. So after the full trailer, that's the only thing I'm gonna look at and react to because I don't need more than that. But anyway, let me know how you felt about the trailer. Let me know if you have any other theories, any other ideas, any questions about Thor Love and Thunder. And yeah, leave those thoughts and comments in the comments down below. Hey y'all, I really, really appreciate y'all for taking the time to watch my video. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. I think a lot of people have just been kind of like coming in, saying like, hey, nice live you got here. Go ahead and subscribe if you like what you see, if you like the community, want to be a part of the E-fam, the E-team. Yeah, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Tell a friend, tell your mama, tell your sister, tell your brother, your whoever is out there. Appreciate y'all coming out, supporting. Y'all, we got to talk about stuff on Friday. I know y'all saw what happened. I know y'all been keeping up with the news. Part of me really wants to talk about it right here, right now, but that's going to be the main topic. They at it again. They at it again. Huh? Oh, crap. Okay. Pay attention because I don't know if I'll be here on Friday. I got a hot date. It's a daddy-daughter dance. So I don't I will figure out what time. Maybe we do a late Friday. I don't know. We might do it late Friday or maybe kick it to Saturday. But I gotta get spiffy for my daughter because we about to cut it up. Maybe I'll try that Hey Baby dance. Nah, I'm gonna jack up my knees. Yeah, I can't do that there. I was gonna be like, hey baby, hey baby, hey baby. Maybe I don't know. I gotta practice. But yeah, so anyway, just keep a lookout. As always, go ahead and follow me. I will let y'all know when the Friday live is gonna be, when it's gonna happen. But we need to talk about the they wilding. They wilding out there. So we definitely gonna talk about it. And yeah, I got some Kobe updates too. We're gonna talk about him. Little sucker stuff. Matter of fact, I gotta go take him out for a walk right now. But yeah, so anyway, I appreciate y'all so much. Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking. Thank you for supporting the channel. Thank you everybody that's been contributing. Thank you to the mod squad. I cannot express that so much enough. Really, really appreciate y'all for real. But anyway, y'all already know what to do. Wash your hands, wash your butts, Be safe out there. I will see y'all maybe on Friday, maybe on Saturday. Stay tuned, find out. All right, y'all. Peace. Oh, and eat a salad. Eat a salad.